Hi, I'm Jamie Payet from Melbourne, Australia, and welcome to Quarantine Songs.
G'day, Barry Leonard Foy here. I'm here today with Jamie, as he's already introduced himself. I don't have to do much more. G'day, Jamie.
G'day, Baz. How you going, mate?
Good. And of course, we've all got a normal Jesse. How are you, Jess?
I'm good. Good to see all you guys. We got a full room here today.
We do. So, Jamie, introduce your cohorts there.
Okay, right below me here from Vancouver, Canada, is my very dear friend and my brother. Also, music plays in my band. Also plays in the Buffy St. Marie band. Yeah, that's him. Mark Olixon plays guitar and keyboards with me, but he also plays bass and he also sings and tells a good joke. And yeah, he's my brother. And hang on. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Over there, BZ, my other brother, another brother. We've been lifelong friends for a long time in and out of the music business. Bernard and I run an artist development company called the Orange Music Group in Melbourne. So we develop new and existing artists, and he looks after a lot of my other bits and pieces in terms of managerial and representing, with all my helps me with my socials and all that kind of stuff. We have another partner who's unavailable today. So there's Bernard or BZ and Mark. So nice to see you guys. Always nice to see you guys.
Good to see you too.
Hi Baz, hi Normal Beth.
Hi, BZ. How are you, mate? Long time no see.
Yeah, Baz.
Right, well, let's show what people are expecting tonight. How about you play us a song, Jamie?
All right, no worries. Wow, we're straight into it.
Straight into
it.
This is my current single, soon to be not. There are times I wish I could change the mistakes that I can erase in my life. I took you for granted 'cause you don't know what you love till it's gone. If I could have one more day, that'd be thanks. I wish I could say. Now you're gone. I'm on my own. 'Cause you don't know what you love till it's gone. They said time would heal all the pain, but I won't lie, it hurts more each day. I took you for granted. It's too late to say, oh, Please don't make me say goodbye. And I'll try not to cry. And please know you're in my heart forever. Hope you know how much I love you. Now you're gone, 'cause you don't know what you love till it's gone.
Hey, we've got a crowd now, so there's actually like people to clap, you know?
Yeah,
Can I smile at the camera? I'll straight to the judges.
Well, I would have liked to seen you smile towards the camera a little more, and I don't think you actually prepared for this, Jamie. Maybe you should go on the next show.
I was going to wear my blue shirt, but I just thought, nah, I'll just go with this. So.
Fantastic. I see you dressed for the occasion. And Mark always does. So.
Oh,
Yeah, look at him, eh?
right, that's it. I'm going. See you.
Yeah, come on. Well, you know, you could do a couple costume changes, maybe.
Yeah.
Do a little Axl Rose for us.
Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah, just kind of creep out, come back.
You can take your shirt off.
I'm so prepared. I got it all going on here. You just wait.
You can do the next song, Mark.
I'll do the next costume change.
Yeah, and the next song. You can cover one of my songs.
Well, apparently you can do it all,
I'll
Mark.
do the next costume change then, because it doesn't matter. No, let's move on.
But yeah, before we get to the costume change, you got a music video out for that last one that you played for us. Pretty heart touching stuff. Do you want to tell us about that music video?
Sure. Look, the song itself was written about. Look, when I write songs, it relates to something that relates to me, obviously, but the lyrics have to relate to anyone's scenario or situation. So that song, you don't know what you love till it's gone, could mean anything. And I lost a cousin of mine who was like, the closest human being in my world as a kid in the early 80s. And he was hit on his bike. He was doing his last year of school, and he forgot a book to do some study, and he rode his bike to school, and he'd never ridden that bike for 4 years. So he rode to the school, got a book, and as he's gone to ride across the road, there was a hill, and the car didn't see him, and he killed him. So, and when we did the film clip, it was kind of like, when we discussed the concept, it was like, if we're going to go there, let's go there. Let's really, let's hit them in the eyes, and let's make sure that we convey the message. So that film clip, was basically the story of a young kid who's basically, and the young kid's actually my son. He's actually my 8-year-old son.
Wow.
And I can get him in if you like. He's in the next room doing homeschooling, and
he's a star now after that video.
Oh yeah. So and the mum is, you don't really know whether she's a single mum or, because there's a photo of, because he asked the question, when's dad coming home? And then you see a picture of him, the dad is in battle or he's away on active duty, so that keeps that mystery. And the next door neighbor, she's kind of a corporate lady who suffers a bit of stress and alcoholism, and she's obviously panicking, and she's the one that actually hits him. So it shows how it impacts the two families, and so that was the sort of the catalyst behind the film clip. So it's pretty depressing, but we put it up on Facebook to release the song, and we marketed it to all around the world, and the reactions we got were pretty. We made a lot of people cry, but I think if you don't hit that message message between the eyes. I think what we do kind of doesn't really mean anything for us, you know. So we're pretty, the first single I did was a lot of fun and a lot of sort of tongue-in-cheek stuff, but this one was like, it had to hit home.
Yeah. Can I say that when we were actually filming the video, even the actors teared up when they were delivering their lines, and particularly when the opening scene where the child is lying on the road and all you see is an arm, and we actually had people drive past and stop and think, well, wow, what the hell's going on here? Like, well, it's not obviously a film shoot, but it was very, very realistic. And like I said, the actress that plays the corporate mum from next door who hits the child, like she was emotional throughout all of her scenes. It was really quite interesting to see how it affected these people.
Well, in all seriousness too, BZ, it actually affected you because you were doing a camera scene for the crying, and it kind of affected you. And even when we did we did the single launch for it, and before we opened doors, we played it to just those, the band and what have you. And I remember the bass player just had to leave the room. He just, because he's a family man, he's got kids, and if it doesn't convey the message, it's pretty much, it's just another film clip. So,
I think that's a great way of looking at it. Like, I feel like a lot of people would have pulled back on that, but the fact that you did that is why it does connect, I'm sure, so much with people. Yeah, just you mentioning it just reminded me of when I filmed the scene where the mum is in the child's toy room crying. So Karina Sorelli, who played that particular part, is a professional actress, and we cleared the room, and it was just myself and her in the room, and I was on ground level filming her, and she just started to break down in actual tears, and it did. I totally forgot about this. And I had tears streaming down my face as well, just because of the emotion that she could present in that room. It was just so powerful, very, very strong. Wow. Well, that makes for quite the video when people are that that into what they're doing. So that's that's a pretty incredible feat that you guys pulled off with that one.
Thank you.
Have a look at it. It's on YouTube. Plug. It's on YouTube.
Yeah, well, I'll put a link down in the description for anybody watching. Also, if anybody watching has any questions, feel free to throw them in there. You got a hey from Katie.
Hi, Katie. She could see.
And if anybody has any questions at any point for any of these guys, feel free. Whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, they'll all pop up here, and we'll get them in there.
Yeah, the last video I watched is Vegas, which you put up. Now I feel like I should have went and had a look at this other one. It is.
But they're very similar. They're very similar. So, I cry when I watch both of them.
For different reasons.
For slightly different reasons.
Right. My favorite scenes in Vegas are when Jamie is dressed as the obese, perhaps pastry or cook in the caravan who runs out after his staff member, and the flick of the hair as he is just, even today, like every time I see that, I just wet myself laughing. And it just goes to show that sort of like Jamie's other career as a drag performer, that's actually, no, I can't back that up. I can't back that up.
We were going to release that officially next week. What are you talking about?
I've got to ask though, where was Vegas filmed?
What was that, Dad?
Where was Vegas filmed? Because we had a dispute on this. I think it was
Vegas, of course.
Well,
and Moorabbin.
A bit more than Moorabbin too. One part looked like it was Aubrey.
It was done on, actually, the car scenes were done near where I live in Melbourne, and the cafe scenes were done at a cafe around the corner from where our studio is, and the rest of the footage was just footage of Vegas that we got permission to use. So we sort of
don't forget the footage that we did at the Caravan Club, all the wedding scenes with Elvis and that thing.
All right.
Yeah, we'd hired in a whole scene for that, and it was actually a really full on shoot to get that video together. A lot of fun.
You know what, Bees? We must be bad luck for the world because the cafe we did it in is now closed. The venue where we shot the church scenes and all those scenes closed down. Vegas was in lockdown, so.
Oh dear, yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
Jeff. Looks like we're shutting down, mate.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, you'll have to make the
Okay. Well, thanks everybody for tuning in to our last show ever. This has been fun.
Yeah, the show's going to be called Lockdown.
Lockdown. Lock out.
Look out.
Lockout Entertainment. That's the next iteration.
Yeah. Here's a public service announcement. After you've watched your show, please wash your hands thoroughly. Especially you, Mark.
I'll be sanitizing for days after this.
Just a bit too close to you these days.
I'm still crying just thinking about Vegas, really. I should have been putting my hands on my face, but I can't stop.
Yeah. So now
do you guys maybe want to get to some more music for us?
Yeah, sure. Well, let's do Vegas.
Yeah, well, that seems to be the topic. I'd love to hear that one.
All right, Mark, you wanted to dance with this one. Do you want to be on the screen with him?
Oh, yeah.
If you like.
We will do that.
It's a shame there's no delay. We could have got the guitars out.
I know. We'll figure that out for the next one.
Take my hand, baby, there's nothing for us here. Car's full of gas now, it's time we disappear. No more excuses, let's get out of town. Gotta make a promise to never settle down. So sick of working 8 days a week. This ain't the kind of life for you and me. No more excuses, let's get out of town. Let's make a promise to never settle down. Time to get crazy, drive down to Vegas, straight to the chapel where Elvis can bury us. We'll go out dancing, drink lots of bourbon, with all our money, so come on, baby, gotta make you happy. I wish reality would go away. And life is too short, don't think we can stay. No more excuses, let's get out of town. Let's make a promise to never settle down. Time to get crazy, drive down to Vegas, straight to the chapel where Elvis can marry us. We'll go out dancing, drink lots of bourbon, spend all our money, so come on, baby, gotta make you happy. Right, Mark, this is your moment.
Bring it down, bring it down.
Time to get crazy, drive down to Vegas, straight to the chapel where Elvis can marry us. We'll go out dancing, drink lots of bourbon, spend all our money, so come on, baby, gotta make you happy. Mark, that was brilliant.
You
killed it.
That's how it's done. That's how it's done, boys.
Great improvising there.
I'll be back.
Great improvising there, Mark.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, it appeared to be improvised, but in actual fact, that was very, very strictly choreographed performance.
How long did it take you to master that guitar solo?
It's you know, as you said, you know, it looked like I was improvising, and I like to make it look easy. And I don't want to discourage anybody, but you know, something to that level of mastery takes many, many decades.
I won't even try it.
Yeah, very.
You came through, like we had that discussion last night. I was like, mate, are you ready? And you just went, yeah, I'm ready for this. I'm ready.
Born ready. Hit the ground
you bought
running.
it. You bought it. You built it.
Had I known, I could have done my Mongolian nose flute solo as well.
There's still time. There's still plenty of time.
Yeah,
Sure.
I could have done my bass tambourine.
Where does one even buy a Mongolian nose these days?
We've got plenty of them here in Melbourne. I'll send you one.
Yeah. I've got Mongolian toes. I have other body parts in the freezer, but I can't find the nose.
They're hard to find. So, Jamie and Mark, how do you guys? You know, you're all the way in Australia. You're down in Canada, Mark. How did you guys end up working together?
Tinder.
Yeah, right.
Tinder.
I feel like you really had to expand how far Tinder was, you know, choosing people from to reach that far.
Yeah, I thought Vancouver was a suburb of Melbourne. So, my first record was most of it was tracked in Los Angeles, and the guy who tracked the records, a guy called Shane Solowski, who's a very dear friend of Mark's. And one day we were doing a session, and Shane said, "We're going to meet my buddy Mark, who's from Canada. He's here with Buffy St. Marie, rehearsing in LA." And we picked him up and we went out for some drinks and we hit it off like good mates. And then when I did my album launch, I said, "Hey, listen, you know, you guys want to come over and play?" And we've just been really, you know, we've been good friends for about nearly 6 years now. So Mark played on all my tours and you know, so
Nice.
you know, so we've been mates ever since.
I like the Tinder story better, but I don't know.
Well, I don't.
That's
In
okay.
reality, would you swipe right?
The story, yeah, we would have been kicked off the air if we told them that story, Mark.
That's true. Let's just keep it between the five of us then.
That time in Vegas.
So how do you know BZ for so long?
Well, we both grew up in Albury-Wodonga. You know, I was, you know, BZ was, you know, when I was, well, we'd known each other, you know, when we were both playing in sort of bands at, you know, back then, and Bernard had a business there back then, and then Bernard and his partner at the time established their music career. They'd moved to Melbourne, and they had a pretty successful career as a sort of dance EDM pop outfit, and then after that, then it was, you know, we just sort of stayed in contact and started sharing war stories. And Bernard operates a venue up in Albury that, you know, has been very supportive in keeping me in work, and now everything's just evolved. So I've known Bernard since the early 90s.
Shh, we're not that old.
We're still in primary. Yeah. So, and also Bernard did some audio work for me as well. I think that's what kicked off our closer friendship. I needed some backing tracks done for some stuff. And I think that kind of sort of built a closer friendship. So, but, you know, when people hear us in the same room, they're mortified at our humour. So it's this is like the Brady Bunch at the moment. This is like this was a free for all. Holy moly!
His description is like Dad comes to school. What do you do for a living, Dad? Well, this is what I do. What do you really do? Hook us and blow.
Exactly. So, we know Canadians and Australians are very similar, and we all get along. So we just want to keep that relationship going. So
nice. Yeah, sounds like a good team you guys got going there.
Yeah, we definitely challenge each other in business. We're all fun and giggles, but we're very serious with what we do, and we're very passionate about what we do. And as I said, we started running an artist development company. I have a recording studio in Melbourne as well, a pretty half decent one, and Bernard's got one as well, and we operate out of the same building. And integrity is something that we're really passionate about, and I can't say too much, but we had a not pleasant experience with someone in the industry, and we lost money out of it, but we thought we want to hold our ground here, and we fought it, and we kind of won it. So we won our case, and it wasn't because the first priority of it was to gain not credibility, but to show that the integrity of what we do. If you're going to do a job for me and I'm going to pay you for it, do the job. So and we're here to look after the industry. We're here to look after people, and that's how we've survived. Anyone knows who I am. I'm always, anyone needs something, I'll help out with whatever we need. And that's why guys like Bernard and Mark are good friends. I need a hand, they're the first to put their hand up, and if they need a hand from me, and it builds that community. It's a community thing, So do you guys need anything while I'm on this topic?
Yeah. Anyone need their toes cut off or something like that? Or
Oh no, that's already done. I'll do that. It's all good.
Yeah, good.
Katie said, yes, very passionate about what you do.
Yeah, well, I think as we all know, we're all in the music business. It's a pretty tough game, no matter where you live and what you do. Talking with Mark about the trends of Canada, and it just sounds like Canada is a suburb of, as I said, it's like another state of Australia. Our venues aren't as busy as they used to be. There's not as many. The money hasn't improved from 25 years, and we're all trying to learn the new world. I know for a long time I was very anti-streaming and this, but we've just gone to accept that it's here, and there's 1,000 benefits for using those formats. I had a discussion with a friend of mine who plays more traditional blues, and he's dead against it. It's like, well, that's good for me because it's one less talented human being not on a streaming platform.
And I also believe you're a full-time musician too, Jamie.
Yes. I've been a full-time musician all my life. Obviously, in between, I've had, like anyone, we've had day gigs, and I've worked in audio and what have you. But I'm one of the last of the full-time musicians going around.
And currently one of the full-time unemployed musicians with COVID-19. Thank you very much.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Join the club.
Thanks to our wonderful government who's supporting us at the moment, keeping our heads above water. So, well, most of us. That's another topic for another day. But yeah, look, it's tough. The thing I miss about being a full-time muso, is going out and actually playing with a full band most of the time. Most of my gigs now are, it's this. And, I ran a corporate cover band for a long time, and I did that because I realized that if I was still doing the touring and playing with famous artists, that, I was earning not much more than what my cover band musicians in my corporate band were earning. And I thought, well, and this time runs out. I now see guys my age not working with what they were doing, and they're kind of, pardon the profanity, they're all shitting themselves or saying, well, what do I do now? Like, what's next? Mm-hmm. So, plus, and I remember being in Nashville going to, is it RCA Studios? One where, it was a studio where Elvis did a lot of his later recordings, not his early stuff, not Sun Studios, which I'm ironically wearing the T-shirt. And they were saying there was a country artist back in the 50s that made his money and used his money and invested his money in property and investments, and now he's a very well-to-do gentleman. He's very old now, and that kind of was a turning point for me, that the money that I wanted to earn from music, I wanted to reinvest back into, whether it be, you know, a recording studio or stuff like that, because I know that there'd be a day where, you know, the 6 nights a week was going to go away, and I had to sort of have something to fall back on, you know, and obviously starting the original music career, and those who are, you know, who watch this that are, you know, singer-songwriters, it's a very, very expensive profession to be in, you know. The days of record companies going, look, here's $1 million, you know, go get yourself a haircut, a new wardrobe, and make 5 film clips and 3 records are gone. You know, we all have to self-fund. And so, you know, I looked at investing in that, and working with BZ and Sean with the Orange Music Group is our next phase of our career. It's like, I'll still want to be an active musician. I still want to write songs and release songs, but I want to pass on that to a younger generation of all styles, because we have that skill set that, you know, if someone comes in wanting to do a hip hop or R&B track, that's Bernard's field. Someone needs their bios done and all their press stuff done, Sean does that. If someone wants to write a song in maybe a blues or a country or a pop or a rock style, that's my forte. And anything else, we've built a network of great singer-songwriters around the world and producers that we network them with, you know. Mark's one of, you know, I need a session player. I've got one down there. I've got a guy he plays guitar, plays bass, plays keyboards, can sing his backside off. He's got a home studio. He's easy to work with. I work with guys who are Grammy-winning, you know, producers, and you know, I'm a studio engineer, but these guys are 20 times the level that I am. So I'm no ego here. It's all about, well, if I can utilize the best, I'll use them, because that's what it's all about. You know, it's very important.
Doing it smart.
Well, what's the thing? Well, one thing we realise is, you know, the key to this is, and one of the philosophies that we're teaching the kids is, the music industry is an art, but it's a business as well. And I get crucified a lot for being that kind of business-minded, that business sense. It's like, well, no different to opening a coffee shop, or no different to having a restaurant, no different to having an art gallery, or it's all the same. It's the same, you know. And if you read the memoirs of people like Madonna and J-Lo and Bruce Springsteen, you know, even Dave Grohl, you know, the Rolling Stones. Everyone thinks that, oh, Keith's a bit of a spacehead, but he's one of the smartest people in our industry. You know, don't be fooled by the you know, I'm off the planet kind of dude. Him and Keith they're a tight knit. You know, that you don't earn $1 billion playing music because you know, they run very, very, very tight ships. And I think a lot of people go, oh, it's all about the art. Well, you know, if it was all about the art, I dare you to send a letter to Madonna saying, hey, you know, you've made hundreds of millions of dollars. Why don't you give all your money away? You know, why don't you just give it all away if it's all about the art? I'm sure she'll reply with a very, very stern reply. So, you know, that's all about sustainability. You know, as Bernard knows this story, there's a musician from our old hometown where Baz and BZ come from as well. And they said, oh, you're only just interested in the money. And I was like, well, not really. I am, but I'm not. And they go, well, why are you so money driven? And I said, well, my philosophy is, let's say, for example, I got $3 million sitting in the bank. Yeah, you know, song's gone on #1 on the radio. I've got a song on the movie, or I've produced something for someone, and there's more money than I'll ever need in my whole life. It means I can wake up in the morning, make my cup of tea, walk into my studio and be creative. I can be an artist without having to worry about where my next rent check's coming from, or who's going to pay my electricity bill, or, oh, you know, we've only got a budget of $50 for groceries this week, or I have to ride my bike to the studio because I can't afford gas from the car. So, you know, the financial freedom is so that I can be free to be an artist. And I think that's, you know, if you want to live in a poverty state and suffer for your art, that's cool too. Like, I don't have a problem with people doing that. I know artists who choose to do that and live very happily. So for me, it's all about going, well, I want to get up and not have to worry about doing a part-time job or having to, you know, geez, I gotta go and sing a shitty cover gig this weekend to pay my electricity bill. I just want to be able to go, well, that's what I want to do, you know.
Compromise.
Yeah, and that's, you know, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know, like, it's, you know, I don't think, like, I've got very, 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 very wealthy and very successful friends in the industry who are very humble, and they're very giving, and they're very, giving of their time and their craft, and they know because they're grateful that they've been given that opportunity and they've taken it, and they can actually survive in it. Even if they do, like even COVID, I've got musicians who don't need handouts, they don't need anything. They just go. So I'm going to go write an album while we're down in COVID land. It's so, and that sort of stuff inspires me very, very much.
Very good. Well, I think it's time for another song, hey?
Sure.
After all this chat.
It's your turn to dance. Breezy, your turn.
All right, I'll leave BZ in it this time.
No, thank you.
Oh, BZ, come on.
No.
You're on your own, Jamie.
Sorry, Jamie.
This is a song which is the title track off my latest EP called All or Nothing. You know life's a game of poker. You either win or you lose. Gonna risk it all. This is the life I choose. Some days are 2 steps forward, then they're 5 steps back. If I play the game, it's gonna come my way. 'Cause it's all or nothing. I'm in way too deep. Now the sheriff came around, knocking on my door. He said, "Sir, I know you're in for an hour or more." He said, "Sir, I know you're in there. Won't you please speak to me? Just let me do my job and I will leave you be. Just don't wait any longer. You'll end up in way too deep. Can't turn back, going down a one-way street. Come too far, there's no reversing here. Light up ahead, it's standing bright and clear. 'Cause it's all or nothing. I'm in way too deep. Got my one-way ticket. It's time to board the plane. I'ma cut my losses. There's nothing left to gain. 20 years wasted in this dead-end job, trying to live my life before I'm too far gone. 'Cause it's all or nothing. I'm in way too deep. Can't turn back, going down a one-way street. Come too far, there's no reversing here. Light up ahead, it's shining bright and clear. 'Cause it's all or nothing. I'm in way too deep. I might lose it all. I've risked everything. All these dreams might go up in flames. Yeah, 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 yeah. Can't turn back, going down a one-way street. Come too far, there's no reversing here. Light up ahead, shining bright and clear. 'Cause it's all or nothing. I'm in way too deep. 'Cause it's all or nothing. I'm in way too deep. 'Cause it's all or nothing. I'm in way too deep. Was my smiling better, Bernard?
That was much better. So, see, you were prepared this time, and you did look towards the camera.
Bit harsh.
Yeah.
from the Simon Cowell of StreamYard.
So I do have one question. Does any of you guys know Cindy Barnes?
Nope.
All right. Okay, just questioning it because she's got like a she did the angry thing on the stream. So I was just wondering if any of you guys knew her.
Nope.
Oh yeah, I saw that. You guys got us our first angry face ever on this live cast. It's like 26, and it was you guys that did the first angry face.
How do you spell it?
Angry face. Oh, nice.
Like same as Jimmy.
Is it Baines or
Oh, sorry,
Barnes?
Baines. Sorry, I just had another look at Baines.
And also though, like literally, I accidentally click like I hate things all the time because it like scrolls through on my phone, and I'm not even trying to hit anything. And then I go back, I'm like, oh shit, I just like I just posted a big heart or an angry face or something.
You know what? Bernard knows where I'm going with this.
I know where this is going, and I've suddenly clicked who this is. Yeah.
And if Cindy, you're watching, I'm going to be a gentleman here. I'm going to be hold my integrity and my respect. If you want to put angry faces, that's fine. We'll talk off air about why she did that. It's all good. I'm a better person for that. And I can tell this. I can share the story if you like, and it's all cool. It's up to you.
I feel like we got some behind the scenes stuff going on here.
Yeah.
We can get
We can
get down and dirty if you want. If she's going to put an angry face on the general public, I can get down and dirty on this. Don't worry. I can.
Yeah. Just getting ready. Get ready for that nation now.
It ain't worth it.
There you go.
It ain't worth it. You know
Don's giving you the horns instead, and that's more what we're looking for than the angry faces.
Yeah.
Thank you, Don.
I'm going to swear, Baz and Jesse, I'm fucking way better than that. I have much more class. I have much more. I'll tell you after the show. Don't worry. I'll tell you.
Right, yeah.
Bernard's laughing.
Well, yeah, because
we're wasting valuable time now.
Yeah, let's not give her any more attention. Let's move on to the next thing.
Any more attention is all I have to say.
Here's my great saying: you can be the juiciest, most delicious peach in the world, and there's always someone who doesn't like peaches.
Fair.
Boo.
Very fair.
Want Jamie a peach?
I'm generally a nicer person. I like walks on the beach. I like
He's like 30 kilos. He was more like a watermelon, really.
What's funny, I've lost since that Vegas clip. I've lost 40 kilos.
40. Oh
Yeah.
God,
That's quite a lot.
You were a pumpkin.
I have no idea what that is in Canadian. That could be like 5 pounds or 80 for all I know.
Hang on, I'll work it out. Let me Google it.
The equivalent of 5.
It's substantial. It's substantial.
That's a lot.
Kilograms to pounds.
Here we go.
We're coming about to happen. Hang on.
Drum roll.
Once again, Jamie, you went
88 pounds.
Holy
88
shit.
pounds.
Yeah.
That's a lot of weight.
That's like a 7-year-old child.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
Just like
I never would have thought of it that way, Mark.
Yeah. I've always said if you want to lose another 10 pounds, cut your head off.
Yeah, right.
Oh, no. Well, 20 pounds. Come on, look at this. The size of this.
The camera's being generous.
What did you do to lose 90 pounds? That's pretty crazy. That's a substantial amount of weight.
Yeah.
What do you do to put it on would be more the question.
Jack Daniels. Put it on. Jack Daniels. I had investments in Burger King, Domino's Pizza. So, look, I was an asthmatic. I'm an asthmatic, and some of the medication I was on was very steroid based, and all serious sound like that helped put a lot of weight on. Plus, a little bit of, I wouldn't say I have a lot of mental health issues, but sometimes you get, you suffer a little bit of the black dog kicks in, and I think when things don't go right, and I've had a tough couple of years, and so that was kind of advice. And one day I just You know, in fact, there's a musician friend of mine who was an ex-AFL football player, which is Jesse. It's like it's like the NFL of Australian football.
Okay.
And, I saw him at a party, and I saw a picture of him on Instagram, and he looked fitter than he did when he played football. He's retired now, and he put me on a program that helped do that. But in that time, I quit dairy. I became a vegetarian. I don't drink anymore. What else was there? I don't drink coffee either. And I know you're probably going to turn the off button on now, but I drink green tea and just normal tea, and that's made a massive difference. Not only with I sleep better. I sleep better. I'm more mentally aware. I don't ache as much. My joints don't ache, and I said I'm 90 pounds lighter. So I'm just feeling a lot better, you know. And I realised that, you know, I got 2 young children, and we found out, you know, my wife has had chronic health issues, as Mark and Bernard know, and we realised that a lot of her issues were. We thought it was neurological, but the neurological illnesses would stem from poor gut health. And I just went, well, right, you know, we both got to get healthy. And she's not a big girl either. She's tiny. But I just realised that a lot of ailments from human beings would stem from poor gut health. So that's why I thought, right, I'm on a 2-year challenge. I'm almost hitting 12 months into this journey, and you know, so I feel I'm singing a bit stronger, and I'm singing a lot better, and I'm, you know, just feeling a lot better. I just you know, nice. I want to go for a bike ride, and I want to, you know, I got kids who are just super, super active, so I want to stay in that realm. So yeah.
Awesome. That's incredible. Congratulations on all that. That sounds like quite the journey, but it sounds like you're kicking ass.
Yeah, it's just a lifestyle now. It's not even a diet. It's just how I live now. It's not even. Yeah. You know, like, you know,
he's turned into one of those guys. He's turned into one of those guys when we go to anywhere to a cafe, who steps forward and says, I'm vegetarian. Do you have a vegetarian menu? And I just go,
You walk into a cafe and it's all meat. It's like, you don't eat vegetarian. And I remember that guy goes, yeah, we have lamb.
Well, a lamb.
That's close.
They're vegetarian.
That was funny. We got anything vegetarian? Lamb.
Lamb.
That's funny. I want to get one in for Mark. How's things going over in Vancouver?
Oh, you know, it's not so bad. Yeah, it's okay. It's pretty quiet. The weather's kind of getting nice now. People are out and about in their shorts and T-shirts, hanging out at beaches, getting their rollerblades and bicycles out of storage. Nice. Yeah, things are kind of loosening up a little bit with, you know, regards to the restrictions. Restaurants are starting to open up again, and starting to notice a little bit of a difference. More people out, more traffic. Yeah, I mean, it's been it's going to be a long haul, right, to get to where we were before all this started. But it gets better every week. You know, there's little things that get better. I'm just you know, not much has changed in my life, because if I'm not traveling to Australia to do the show or somewhere else, I'm generally just hanging out at home waiting for the next thing on my itinerary. So I spend a lot of time self-quarantined.
There you go.
You know, so I haven't noticed too much of a difference personally. But yeah, I think things are loosening up, and people are starting to loosen up, and the weather, you know, always helps. You know, as soon as the sun's out in Vancouver, it's just, you notice it's a big difference, because
I assume it's just raining every day, though.
Yeah.
Oh, you're over the 8 months of rain at this point.
Yeah, it rains a lot, and then the sun comes out, and we all like take advantage of it.
Nice.
Yeah, but there's no place prettier than Vancouver on a hot sunny day. I mean, it's paradise.
Yeah, hard to compete with.
Yeah.
I haven't really been to Vancouver.
How's
so
everybody else
doing?
You all getting along okay?
Over here in Toronto?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a little crazy, right? I mean, you had, I mean, there's been a few issues outside of the pandemic in Toronto recently too, right?
Yeah, there was some cop issues recently. But yeah, honestly, somebody sent me a video today of people destroying the Steve's music in Quebec. But everything here in Toronto has been super peaceful. Like, even though there was like the cops pushed a black woman out of a balcony, which is insane.
Well, allegedly,
yeah, I guess maybe not, but that's what it's looking like.
I hope not. I sincerely hope that's not what happened.
Yeah,
because I'd like to believe that's not what happened, but I guess that's a possibility. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
The world that we live in right now, it's a mess.
Yeah.
So we're fortunate to live where we are in Australia and Canada, where people are. We don't have so much to worry about. We're not as oppressed, and our leaders seem to be a little more level-headed.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think I've ever been so thankful to live on this side of the border as I possibly am right now.
Yeah.
What I read, Canada's like the top apartment, and America's like the meth lab in the basement.
I've never heard that one, but that sounds pretty appropriate.
Yeah, it's like, wow. I don't mean to offend any Americans if they're watching. Like, that's only what I read.
Yeah, right.
It's so sad. It's terrible.
Don's. Oh, I'm clicking the wrong things here. Oh, Barry's also clicking things. I see.
No, I didn't do anything. Then.
Oh, that's just me then. Okay. Then Don's just saying that she loves Vancouver, which wonderful place.
Well, thank you. It is. Yeah, there's a lot to love about it. Yeah, it's all right sometimes. You get used to the rain.
With the rain, how about another song there, Jamie?
Everything's green. That's the one benefit.
It is green here.
It's always green, and the air is usually pretty clean.
Yeah. I'm going to do a cover if that's okay, and there's a significant meaning behind the cover. If people find
okay, has everybody heard enough from me? Can we?
We'll be back.
I can keep talking.
I'll go make a coffee if you like. I'll make a cup of tea and I'll come back.
I think. Yeah, I was just going to say, Jamie, why don't you sing a song for me?
Well, Mark and Mark and I, we did an ISO jam. So it was myself, Mark. There was the guitar player that Mark plays with Buffy called Anthony King, and Mark's and Anthony's played on my last record, and he's played with my band as well. There was Debbie Holiday, Lemoyne Alexander, they're from the US. So there's 9 of us. There was 3 Aussies, 3 Americans, a New Zealander, and good old Mark representing the old Maple Leaf. And we did it for fun, and now it's sort of like, well, let's donate the money to a charity. I think we've raised about $500 already to a music charity company in the US, and we're going to do another one for just with Australian musos. Baz and BZ, no, we're going to do Am I Ever Going to See Your Face Again?
I'll send you a link.
Nice. And so yeah, we thought, and the drummer Daniel Diaz, they call him Trip. He's a drummer from LA. So we did come together, So, and that we thought that was quite fitting. So yeah. So I'll do that one. So
excellent.
I'll do it a little bit bluesy. He come on flat top, he got grooving up slowly, he got juju eyeball, he won't holy roller, he got hair down to his knees. Got to be a joker, you just do what it please, yeah. He back production, he got toe jam football, he got monkey finger, he shoot Coca-Cola, he said, I know you, baby, you know me. One thing I can tell you, you just got to be free. Come together right now over me. He bagged production, he got Warren Scumboot, he got Ono Sideboard, he won't Spinal Cracker, he got feet down below his knees. Hold you in his arm, yeah, you can feel his disease. Come together right now over me. He roller coaster, he got early warning, he got muddy water, he won't mold your filter, he said, one is three. Got to be good looking, cause he's so hard to see. Come together right now over me. I said, come together right now over me.
Awesome.
Thank you very much. It's funny when I'm playing. I'm like,
Oh, hey.
my computer's here, and there's a window behind me, and I've got the louvers open so we can get some light in. And
Oh,
the people
keep
walking
the clapping
past,
going.
they're watching. It's like, oh, hi.
It's 7 o'clock. It's 7 o'clock here in Vancouver.
Fantastic.
So we're all applauding on our balconies for the people that are keeping us safe.
Oh,
So we
yes,
do
it's
at
that
7
time.
o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can hear the applause.
Nice.
I'm assuming it might be for you too, Jamie. That's also possible.
I did not, never. Yeah, undoubted. No, not happening. I'm surprised you haven't heard the guy. Hey man, turn that down. What's that noise? Turn that dead cat down.
Nice.
So a bit of a serious question, Jamie. How are you handling all this COVID issues at the moment? Obviously, you're not performing live.
Look, financially, no problem because we've got an amazing government that's looking after us. Some people beg to differ. It's been a reset, you know. It's been it's kind of given me a little bit more perspective on where to head in terms of music. I've got to spend more time with my family. I'm not rushing off there, here, there, and everywhere, and the kids aren't doing this, and that. So, I made the choice to pull back on my music career in the sense of playing. Like, I've got enough material to release a song every 2 months for the next 2 years. I've got a new album coming out in September. And look, that might all change because now that we've closed the borders, international borders, hopefully a lot of these festivals will start putting on a lot more Australian acts. And I speak on behalf of every Australian, not just myself that's in the music biz. I've enjoyed the break. I've enjoyed the reset. Because by law, I'm still able to travel to and from my studio, which is about a 45, 50-minute drive from my place. So I've been able to do that. Been able to work really hard with Bernard and Sean on building our artist development company, and we're going to do a underground TV show for artists, which will help them make a revenue from it as well. What else? So, yeah, look, there's been some challenges. There's, I guess, for everyone. I'm lucky that I'm in a home with a wife and 2 kids, and that helps. And You know, it's just perspective's been the biggest thing. So I'm handling it okay. You know, I've had some really shitty days, and Bernard would testify to that I've had some really like, wow, you know. And the only thing I hope out of all of this, which, you know, that we learn something from this, like the whole world learns something, that, you know, as soon as this happened, 1 million musicians went online and started streaming. Now, I've got my views on that, and I'll keep those views to myself. But at the end of the day, as soon as things went bad, they relied on us. They relied on this show, and they relied on the live streaming and the performances and the ISO jams, but we're the first to suffer from it, and we're going to be the last to recover. And I think if the world doesn't actually learn from this, that, you know what, money means really not a lot. Even though we spoke about money, like, you know, the only thing that I've needed money for is utilities. You know, like we've gone back to a more every year we go back to a more and more basics kind of lifestyle. If we haven't learned that, especially with what's happened in America, you know, if we can't learn something from all the virus and the looting and the tragedies and the political rubbish that's going on, not just in the United States, but all around the world, you know, the economics and politics, if we don't learn something from this, then I think we've kind of missed the boat. I think this has all been a waste of time. You know, I know we have to isolate for health reasons, but as humans, if we don't actually come out and go, you know, I've learned a lot more about myself whilst I've lost control of my ability to do things, because there's certain parts of things that we can't do. If we haven't learned that, then I think we're going to actually get worse. And, you know, I think the world's going to be a much worse place than it was before COVID. And I hope, you know, as I say to everyone, I hope I'm proven wrong, you know, because if we don't, yes, if we don't come together and we don't realise that we're all humans, whether we're Hispanic, Mauritian, Australian, Canadian, African American, if we don't learn that we're all people and we're all one, then we haven't learned anything from knowing that we've had to readjust to this whole way that we deem as normal. And when people say, I can't wait for it to go back to normal, well, I don't want it to go back to normal, because I didn't really like the normal. If that's normal, then yeah, we're pretty stuffed, I reckon. That's just my opinion anyway.
Agreed for sure.
Well, I guess I've been lucky that people I've associated with have all been pretty much the way you think, like help each other, support each other. So I guess I've been pretty lucky like that, especially like with you, Jamie, and you, BZ. Sorry, Mark, I don't know you that well yet, so that you seem to be like it. So
you are so lucky, Baz.
Oh no, BZ.
Oh, yeah,
there you go.
It's been good, and then coming over here and like talking to Jess and the people over here, it's just the same. It's just been really good.
I mean, Canada rocks. Like, I've been there 5 or 6 times, and it's just, I'm not just saying that because Mark and Jesse are in the room and there's big Canadians listening. Like, seriously, I go there and I just think that it's yeah, the only difference is your accents. You know, we're all and you guys probably, I reckon, and some Aussies are probably going to get upset when I say this, but I reckon you guys drink more alcohol than we do.
Oh. Have you seen the size of their cans? They're double the size of ours.
Last time I was with friends, it was like Tuesday. We're going out. Like, it's Tuesday night. Yeah, we're going out. Okay, that's Tuesday, and then Wednesday. Like, you guys are animals. Love it.
I'll be back. I've got to show you this. Hang on.
Maple syrup, bacon, and beer. That's what it's all about.
That's right.
Yeah. Actually, I've run out of our Canadian maple syrup. My mum was there last year. So I need more. I have to get you guys to send me some.
Talking about alcohol.
Absolutely.
Size of Australian beer. Size of Canadian beer.
Good. I feel embarrassed.
That's fantastic. Wow. If you were there, Jamie, there goes your 90 pounds back on again.
Yeah, wouldn't take well.
Ben's asking what the beer percentage is in Australia.
4.9.
4.9?
4.9 for an average one. Same as here. This one here is this is actually this is 4.7. I had a 4.5, which was actually a mid-strength. And when I looked at it and said 4.5 mid-strength, I thought, it's interesting.
Yeah, I'd say that usually about 5% here.
Yeah, so they're on par. So yeah, see, they're animals, BZ. They're like no wonder America won't let them in. It's like
Trick them under the table.
I'm going to Canada.
This is
I'm
funny.
at the Seattle border, and I want to go to grab a beer. I'm going to go across the border to Vancouver.
Bud Light at 2.9% or something, and that's their full strength. Yeah.
Sorry, that's really vomited in my mouth.
yeah, that's terrible.
We've got a fly running around. Anyway, another song, mate. You think you're up for one more?
Yeah.
Cool.
How about Mark? You want to support him?
What's that?
Yeah, do you need some help?
Yeah, I just wanted to know what an E chord was. I worked it out. Yeah, I've worked it out.
I'll go leave Mark there to support you again. It was very entertaining the first time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, put me in there. Yeah, all right. Put me in.
Pack my things, I'm moving again. To settle down was not my style. I hope it's for the better. I think that I'm gonna get it right. Finally found my feet. Been 20 years, I gotta change things. I think I know where I wanna be. Finally found my feet. I might be crazy and a little lazy, but you know that's just me. Just be happy, I finally found my feet. Now I'm driving down the road and can't go back to my old ways. Gotta lay low, take my life slow. I just know it's time. Now people say that I can't change things. My simple life is a thing of the past. Finally found my feet. I might be crazy and a little lazy, but you know that's just me. Just be happy, I finally found my feet. Now I'm driving down the road and can't go back to my old ways. Gotta lay low, take my life slow. I just know it's time. I might be crazy, okay, I'm lazy. Can't go back to my old ways. Gotta change my life so I don't have to lay low. I just know it's time. Here we go, finally found my feet. Everybody sing it, finally found my feet. Everybody finally found my feet. Everybody sing it, finally found my feet. Hey!
bottom of the sock.
Holy moly, you've got a hole in your sock.
I didn't wear my obviously didn't wear my show business socks today. I had no idea. Oh
Yeah,
well.
starving musician.
Starving.
This is how hard it's gotten. And, you know, so,
No, you just don't wear socks around the house, and you wore them socks out on your carpet. That's what's happened.
well, that's a possibility. It's a possibility.
We're gonna have to start bringing you in to dance for all of these episodes, Mark.
Fantastic.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
We set a precedent here. There you go.
I've got to say, Mark, your dance moves in the Come Together video, and you're looking towards the camera and smiling shows you prepared a lot for it. It was very good.
Absolutely. Yeah, I was yeah. I did a lot of prep.
Fantastic.
Nice. Awesome.
Yeah.
Crab said you guys have beers up to 45%. Is that a thing?
No,
What?
not that I know.
Well, is
No.
that
Not,
5?
not much full of Bundaberg rum.
I was gonna say that would that would knock me out pretty quickly. That would not take many beers.
Must be Queensland beer. That's the case. Must be up from up north.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I got a new hunt now to find some 45% beer somewhere in the world. Apparently, sounds like Australia's the place.
Well, if I find some, Jesse, I'll send you a case of it.
There you go.
We're drinking it together, Jess.
Right on.
You won't be able to drink
Jesse,
it.
what kind of music do you do, man?
What kind of music do I do? Yeah, I got one band. It's like a garage rock / soul kind of stuff, and another one that's like more of a folk band, like singer songwriter kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna look you up. I'm gonna look up for you. Look for your stuff.
Nice. Yeah, it's out there.
Excellent.
I'll send you the link, Jamie.
Cool. Please send me the link.
Yeah, I could do that too. Why did vodka? Oh, vodka. Okay, 45% vodka. That makes more sense. Okay, I guess this is gonna make my search for the 45% beer a lot harder if he was talking about vodka.
You might have to make that stuff yourself.
Yeah.
Or just top it
I'll
up.
make my own wine. We'll try and make this 45%, mate.
Oh man. So what's
Jamie's drinking green tea.
No, I'm drinking normal tea actually. Look, Yorkshire tea. Hang on this way. We're going that way.
Oh, geez.
Normal tea.
You're so
crazy.
Because I knew I was going to be in the presence of real men, so I thought I'd drink real tea.
Where's your whiskey there, BZ?
I've got nothing. I've got nothing except the examination gloves.
I think you threw them out.
I already used them.
Self-examination.
Really relax.
Relax.
You got anything more you want to ask Jess before we wrap this up?
I don't know if there's much more. What's the best place for people to find you if they want to find your music? Where would you push them? Which streams?
If they search, well, my website is jamiepayetmusic.com, and Jamie Payet is exactly how it's spelled on the screen, JAMIEPAYET. And there are links to the website that goes to all the platforms, Facebook, Spotify. But if you're on Spotify, just search my name. There's a picture of my ugly head on there. I've got 2 EPs on there. I've got a couple of playlists on there. Apple Music's the same. Facebook is just Jamie Payet Music. And if you want to hit me up as a normal friend, we're all about, there's no rock star syndrome here. We're all about jump on board and read some of my funny and serious and deep and meaningful posts on social media and so just on the usual platforms. I'm around. You'll find me.
He's unavoidable. He's everywhere.
He's everywhere.
He's like
Can't get rid of that guy.
It's everywhere.
I'm the Kim Kardashian of Melbourne music.
Inevitable.
Something silly now. I get emails off you all the time.
Kardashian.
I'd like to thank you all for coming on. Please hang about. Don't go
Thank you.
anywhere. We'll end this video and then we'll have a bit of a chat afterwards. Thanks again for coming on, BZ, Mark, Jamie. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you again, Jesse,
so
for
much. That
joining
was
me.
fun.
Thanks
And
for having
It's
us.
the largest group of people I've been talking to in months. This is amazing.
You need to get out more, Mark. You need to get out
I
more.
know, right?
Yeah, out the door. All right, so guys, just hang about. We'll end this and thank you again.
Thank you.
Take care.
Have a good one, everybody.
Hope you enjoyed the show today, guys. To find out more about me and my music, you can go to my Facebook page, which is Jamie Payet Music, or my website, www.jamiepayetmusic.com. That's JAMIEPAYET, or Spotify or Apple Music. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show.